Hello and welcome to the Garden Channel. I'm your host Mike Ventura, and just want to kind of give you folks an update on how the garden's going. So in previous videos you notice I used to have peppers in this area over here, but I essentially moved these and put an iceberg lettuce, which has been in the ground about 3 weeks now, which is doing really well. And in this video I'm also going to talk about a lot of the changes I made to the garden, kind of help it along. And here is the cauliflower, okay? And you notice how big these leaves are getting, okay? They're really huge. And here is my broccoli, which I harvested first batch about a couple weeks ago. Now, I'm gonna show you a before and after shot with the broccoli, as far as how to really encourage growth to go down along these auxiliary buds down over here. So this is the after effect. You might notice I've taken the center stalk out, and I'll show you the one I have in the back. There's a mature broccoli right there, as you can see it, okay? So that's gonna be getting harvested in a couple of days. That guy's actually about 3 inches in diameter. Now we're gonna come back over here, and you're gonna see where I have other broccoli. Let's see if I can get this in focus here. There we go. You might notice I have other broccoli going down inside of there, right there. The reason you want to go ahead and prune out the top stalk, that guy right there, is you can get all the energy in the plant to go down to these auxiliary broccoli, which are over here. Really important. And you're going to find these guys growing all over the broccoli plant. And so that's important. And on mine, I let that crown get to about 3 inches in diameter, but you can see the size of the stalk. So it's important that stalk does come out, and you want to prune it before the head turns yellow, and you get a lot of individual broccoli sprouts out of that. So as I said, those guys right down there are going to really get nice and big, and I have a bunch of them growing around the base in here, so it takes off and does a great job. Here are some other broccoli and cauliflower in here. And in here I have more butter crunch lettuce, which is there. That is iceberg, and that is butter crunch back there. So what's really interesting is what I found out of the broccoli and with the cauliflower, more so with the broccoli, is that 70 days, the broccoli can be harvested from the center crown. And this big one here is this guy right here, is about 70 days in. And so at about that date is when I start noticing I get really good production of broccoli. And then I really keep an eye on these side broccoli that are growing right there. Okay, I really keep an eye on these guys to see how they're producing. And as I said, there's a bunch of them on the inside. So when you take that out, that forces all the energy into these auxiliary broccoli that are coming in over here. And also you can see where I've got more butter crunch lettuce back in here. And it's doing really well. I prune or harvest the lettuce about 3 times, maybe twice a week. I take lettuce out. And all I do is I take the outside leaves from here, try to keep leaves off the mulch, but I just prune the leaves like these guys, and it's super crunchy and really great tasting. Very good. One of the keys to the success of this garden, though, and I've said it before, is how I manage the soil. And again, I want to show you the size of this garden that I've got. It's not real big, and I'll explain this to you in a second. It's about maybe 6 to 8 feet deep. It's in a full sun environment. It is maybe 40 feet long, but I'm able to grow just about anything I want back in here because it gets full sun, excellent drainage. And as I said, I prepare my soil with grow mulch and with bone meal, which is organic phosphorus, and either blood meal or cottonseed meal, which are both forms of organic nitrogen. I do use some other liquid fertilizers throughout the growing season a couple times just to kind of help push them along, especially after I've had a good rain, but I want to keep nutrients inside the soil. The leaves are really dark green in color, which is a very, very good thing. I do get some larvae activity, as you can see on the leaves, but not enough to really impact the production of the cauliflower. And all I do is actually, after I cut out like the center head over here, what I do is I just soak that in warm water with salt, and the larvae come right out. So it's not a really big deal, because I try to stay away from any kind of use of pesticides in the garden at all. In this case, my garden is all managed through a practice called integrated pest management. And for me, I use mechanical, using it by hands. I remove the larvae, or if I have any beneficial insects. So this is in the wintertime, so not a whole lot of beneficial insect activity going on. And then I keep the leaves, as you can see, pretty much off the soil, so it's not hitting the soil, which is really, really important. That way I reduce the likelihood of any kind of rot that comes through it. I check the garden at least daily, just to see how the garden is doing and if I need to make any adjustments to it. So again, I just want to kind of give you folks a little bit of update on this broccoli. A lot of fun to grow. You can grow this in containers. So if you're thinking of growing broccoli, it doesn't have to be in a garden. If you have a confined area like a container, you want to grow broccoli, you can do it. And you can see how big the broccoli is. I'll pan back here. It just has really big leaves. So once it gets going, try not to plant anything else around it, because the leaves are really monstrous in size. Okay, so with that, I'll let you go. If you enjoy the gardening channel, please hit subscribe, and I'll be giving you updates on the garden as the season moves along. Okay, have a very good day. Take good care.